Kasi never ako lumalapit sa mga kaibigan sa showbiz. Never talaga kahit nakabamaan natin. Parang if they want to help, I'm so grateful. Kasi gusto ko rin makita yung face nila in Kiko. So when they come forward and they help, syempre natatouch ko sobra. Lalo itong laban na ito, parang ito yung pinaka-challenging sa amin since tumakbo siya, since we started running. Over 20 years ago. Ito yung pinakamahirap. So the people that have come forward, some of them hindi ko na-expect. Yung half yung expect kung magsabi sa akin na tutulong po kami, wala. So, okay lang, at least, di ba? So, yun. Yung mga nagmamahal na sa akin, sobrang pero hindi ayan pala, naku, since the beginning.
Ito pa pala, sorry. I want to mention.
Yes, please, give us a chance.
Oji Diaz, Mama Loy, Leo Martinez, John Arcilia, Neri Naik, Jim Paredes, Maylene Dizon, Pia Magalona, Victoria, Cookie Chua, Bayan Barrios, Angel Aquino, Oli Isidro, Jake Ejercito, Aya Fernandez, Josa Popo, DJ Suzy, Saab, Magalona, Magalona, Justine Dizon, Julina Magdangal, Elmo and Arkin Magalona, and the others I mentioned. So, thank you for all their support and their bravery and their courage to stand up. Because what we're fighting for really is the future of our country. I remember meeting Chak Chak. I met him before. He's 5 years old, campaigning for me. Yeah, and then boy, just last night, I'm sorry. Yeah. And I said, do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? Because I'm fighting for your future. Because we can't give up on our children. Because we love our children and we want a better future for them. So paglalaban natin yung mga mahal natin sa buhay. Yes, si Venice. She was 2 years ago, 2022. In Boac, I met her. She's 13 now. And the moment I saw her, she started to tear up. And then she cried. Why? She campaigned so hard for us in 2022 and Kiko, and she was so hurt. And I told her, sabi ko sa kanya, I know it's painful. Sabi ko, alam ko, nasaktan ka dahil masakit yung mabigo. Pero hindi tayo dapat tumigil ng pagmamahal. Kaya natin ginawa yan, tumakbo dahil mahal natin ang ating bansa, kaya kalumapang dahil gusto mo ng mas magandang kinabukasan. Pero dahil nabigo tayo, hindi ibig sabihin, hindi na tayo magmamahal. We have to keep fighting for our country. We cannot give up. And that's why I'm not. Si Tatang Nick, who's now 91, is a farmer, has been farming for the last, since he was 20, 70 plus years. He's still poor. From 5 hectares, 1 hektare na lang ang kanyang sinasaka. Tapos, paun pa sa utang. 3 silang magsasaka na nakausap ko from San Simon, Pampanga. Nag-depress siya nung natalo kami 1 week. Pero nung nakausap ko silang 3 before the last campaign, Tatang Nek, Tatang Mame, and Tatang Pebeng. 78 years old, 84 years old, and at that time, 88. And I asked them, gaano katagal na kayong nagsasaka? And all of them said, either teenager or 20 years old. Ang total number of years na sila ay nagpa-farming, combined, yung tatlo, was 186 years. 186 years na silang nagsasaka combined para pakainin ang ating mga kababayan. Pero ano ang suklit ng libunan sa kanila? So, this is why we're fighting. We cannot give up on those who have suffered the injustice, who continue to be poor and unable to fight for themselves, who need for us to fight for them. And we cannot give up. Sabi ko nga, tuloy lang.
Thank you so much. You said maybe I should run around. But you don't have that spark. Because you know, parang you were born to serve. You have to run, remember. So, yeah, I know his heart so well. Kasi early in our marriage, yung pa yung napapag-awayan namin. Gusto ko sa'yo na lang siya, di ba? But then that's not how we were raised. So, we have to give back to a country that's been so good to us, especially me, di ba? Nakikiusap lang kami pagbigyan siya para mag-serve. Di ba?
And it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Now we have to fight so hard to just get their vote so we can serve them. So we can serve them. That's what's very hard to understand. But that's why we're counting on you.
Ang isa sa mga sinasabi ko sa campaign ko, kasi last week, we celebrated our 29th wedding anniversary. April 28. Oh, so it's May 5 today. So last Monday, today is Monday, so 1 week ago. Yeah. So ang sinasabi ko, maraming lumiligaw kay sa akin. Maraming gustong makuha ang kanyang matalis. Marami akong kakumpetensya. Mga sikat na artista, bilyonaryo mga negosyo. Pero bakit ako ang nagwagi? Kasi, sabi ko, imbis na mahamahing bulaklak na rosas, tulips, ang binigay ko sa kanya, chicharong bulaklak. So, consistent. Yung paman, ganun pagkain mo. But then I say also that the reason why we lasted 29 years is because when I asked her to be my love, the love of my life, I promised her to love her forever. And I did that. I made sure I stayed true to that promise. Hindi man madali, may mga panahon na may challenges, you know, love conquers all. So, yun din, sabi ko nga, di ba yung mga politiko nanliligaw din, gusto makuha ng matamis na oo ng mga kandidato, ng mga botante pala. At pag nakuha na yung matamis na oo, dapat hindi magtataksil. Dapat magiging tapat at totoo. So ako, sa personal na buhay, at sa buhay lingkod bayan, iisa, na 18 years akong nahalal bilang senador and 18 and 2 years bilang cabinet secretary, wala akong pinagtaksilan. Naging tapat ako. Wala akong kasong corruption. Wala akong... Hindi ako nagpayaman sa pwesto. So,
Kaya yung mga paninira sa kanya, puro memes, puro ganyan, or yung mga napasan niya, hindi binubuo, para dinimisinform yung tao. Kasi hindi nila masabing mga langaw yan, kasama sa anomalya yan, or may bahay ng skandalo yan. Wala silang masabing gano'n. So doon na lang nila kayo kung hindi naman namin charity nila.
so ang ating pakiusap sa ating mga voters on May 12, busisiin ng gusto. Huwag basta maniniwala sa mapatamis na salita. Tingnan yung track record. Tingnan kung meron bang kaso, ano man yan, meron bang background, o meron bang pangakong napako. Tingnan natin at doon natin piliin yung karapatan. Okay. Meron din siguro isang hindi ko nabanggit kanina, but one of our advocacies, well, it's a food security. Pero kasama sa food security, siyempre, paano natin i-address itong problema ng gutom, lalo na sa mga kabataan at estudyante. May mga datos na nagsasabi, marami sa mga anak natin, about a third of our children are suffering from malnutrition and various degrees of stunting. That's a huge amount. That's because of inaccessibility of nutritious, healthy food. Kulang. So ang ating proposal, 30% of those who have school meals end up continuing to graduate. In other words, nagta-drop out pag walang school meals. May mga eskwelahan, public schools, na may school meals, depende, merong wala. Makikita mo sa resulta, pag may school meals, they continue on. Maganda ang performance sa math, science, sa mga test, kumpara dun sa mga walang school meals. So to address that, we must have free breakfast sa elementary, high school, at preschool. Sa lahat ng pampublikong paaralan, number one, so that we are able to address quality education that the children deserve. And second, hanggang kalahati ng pagkain na ihahain sa lahat ng pampublikong paaralan ay dapat binibili direkta sa mga magsasaka na lokal at mangingisda na lokal. Gulay, baboy, manok, itlog, para sila rin, ang farmers, alam nila, naku, gobyerno ang bibili sa tamang presyo, magtatanim pa ako ng mas marami. Pag mas marami na nga ang tanim, mas marami na anihin, alam nilang hindi sila binabarat, gaganda ang kanilang kita, gaganda rin ang supply ng pagkain. Win-win tayo.
Makes sense talaga. Ano, Senator?
And it's being done in Indonesia, in Thailand, in Japan, in Italy, in France, because precisely it works. From daycare to grade 12. We can do it in stages kasi it may be a huge amount outright, but it has to be done in a period, let's say, 3 years, that we will complete it, but we stop here to start so that it can be done. And there, food security.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Stessa. Okay, at this point,
Umiiyak si Ate Shawi. As a Sharonian, hindi ko kayang umiiyak ka. So, naloloka ako. Pero, kanina pinag-usapan din namin na hindi tayo dapat maging somber. I mean, the mood should always be triumphant because we have a great candidate in our midst and dapat doon kaagad, panalo na talaga dapat tayo. Hindi natin iniisip na it's hard Ate Shawi, it's hard po, ko. Pero hindi eh. Sanay tayong lumaban, sanay tayong maniwala sa pag-asa at sanay tayong maniwala sa kabutihan, and that's what we're fighting for. Kanina iniisip ko, sana naman hindi kung sino-sino lang yung nasa Senado na ilalagay natin. And I think connected kasi na bakit ba mahirap ngayon sa bansa? And I think kanina pa yung usapan namin ngayon, Isa. It's really about food.
binuking mo na. Siya dito.
Sorry. It's really about food eh. Maraming nagugutom at kailangan natin sa Senado yung taong nakakaintindi kung paano matatapos yung problema natin sa kagutuman. At parang nag-iisa lang yung taong pinaka nakakaintindi mula sa mga magsasaka, mula sa ating food security, mula sa kung paano natin mapapababa ang ating mga kakainin sa araw-araw. At si Senator Kiko lang. Siya lang po yun. So, I would like to implore
Naman.
like everyone to wag na tayong mag-isip. Kasi hindi naman na kailangang pinag-iisipan pa kung sino yung mga isusulat natin at shishita natin sa balota. Kung lagi natin sinasabi na paulit-ulit na siya na naman, ako wala akong pakialam kung si Senator Kiko ulit ng paulit-ulit because the track record speaks for itself. Lagi siyang nandyan kung sa pagpaparaya lang. Pwede namang tumakbo si Sen Kiko nung time ni Lenny, pero nandun pa din yung pagpaparaya niya na hindi, tulungan natin. It's not really for himself, but it's really for the Filipino people. It's really para sa ating lahat. At sana yun yung makita.